Sure is.
Napa Valley Class 13 Community Spirit Group. We are
Amanda.
Arvin.
Connie.
Lourdes.
Mark.
Max.
Here.
Our community spirit visioning. What is it?
Participation.
Enthusiasm.
Neighborhood.
Why do we want it?
Quality of life.
Belonging.
Property values. How do we measure our success?
Thank yous.
Smiles.
And big hugs. Our group vision. Our group vision was to increase the community spirit by inviting more local participation. Our process consisted of
Brainstorming.
Yeah. Scheduled meetings.
let's meet on Wednesdays.
Wednesday's not good.
I can't be here.
Wait, Thursday.
No.
Saturday.
Tuesday. Tuesdays, I think. Choose project.
Develop a schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Choose a project.
Choose
a
project.
Implement the project.
Thank you. Our first step, we had ideas that just blossomed.
We had an invitation. People needed to be invited to join us.
We had to increase awareness, let people know about what was going on.
We wanted to call on local heroes.
We wanted a positive attitude.
Unification.
As community partners, we were looking for people to join us in our partnership to build community spirit, business people, people from organizations, nonprofits, and things like that.
And we wanted to leave a legacy.
Possible projects. Our first possible project we looked at was creating a training for people that want to be on board members, perhaps never been on board before, or perhaps were new board members. And we thought we'd use the nonprofit for support.
You know, we should have a lot of support for this.
Yeah, I think people really like that.
Yeah.
Then there was the family of the month.
Yeah.
We decided that we would choose a family in Napa to be the family of the month, and we'd have them do things that tourists normally do that locals usually don't get a chance to do.
Yeah, get a chance to partner up with local restaurants, hot air balloon tours, spas, wine train, you name it, and pick a family of the month.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Let's create a good news newsletter.
I am so tired of bad news.
Or we could do the peace table. We can expand on it and make it bigger and better.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah. We could have dances and kids.
Yeah.
The nonprofit board. Now this was interesting. We had great ideas on what to do for these board members. We were going to recruit new people to be involved in it.
Invite local people to join.
Had some basic training so that people feel comfortable in going on to a board. They have to know what to do.
And we even developed a really cool theme that we would have a Monopoly game as the theme, and we would incorporate that to make it more exciting and interesting.
Quarantines.
Oh,
Our first attempt. And we thought, what could go wrong? Who would not want us? We knew that they were going to really want us there and everything. The only thing was that we didn't present it in a way to the executive board, and they thought we were asking them to do the project with us. So that was our first attempt.
live and learn.
Our second attempt.
The family of the month.
Family of the month.
What a great idea.
Yep. Get business partners to work with us. Chamber of Commerce. Go out from business to business.
Completely random.
Yep.
We were going to figure out a way to choose a family and make it completely random.
Yeah.
Maybe not knock up some doors.
Well,
Good idea.
what neighborhood?
I'm gonna make sure to go to every neighborhood.
Our second attempt. Isn't it pretty much the same as the first attempt?
Yep, that was a little more difficult.
The project we finally settled on was the peace table, and we brought it down to a little more sizable
Yeah,
task.
3 days.
Yeah.
So,
What should we do at the peace table?
Well, we've got all these nominees, they need a reception beforehand, and if it's, take care of them before the big party, before the big.
So we started meeting. So we started meeting with the group that was putting on the peace table, and we took on some other parts of that too.
yeah, it just
Right.
expanded and got bigger. We handled public relations and worked with them to get the press and the media involved. And thanks go to the Napa Register, the St. Helena Star, the Yountville Sun, KBON, and other people who got the word out.
We had several pieces of the peace table to take care of. Some of them were
We were in charge of finding food for the speakers. We knew we're going to have approximately 100 people, and so we wanted to try and feed them beforehand. So that was our first task.
Just a little bit of
Just snacks, little hors d'oeuvres, but no wine.
no wine.
Right, no one.
Non-alcoholic. Then we did the decorations. Oh.
We did
do decorations?
And then we had to work everything around our schedules. It's not like we sit around all day and have nothing else to do but come together for this.
And we had 45 minutes.
To do the reception and get everything done.
That was our reception.
So here's some pictures of the reception.
The speaker and the group presenting with a bottle of wine that was engraved from one of the companies in town with the logo of the peace table.
Yep.
We had lemons.
Yep. Along the way in every project, you're going to hit some lemons. Some things you don't expect.
One of the lemons we had was chairs. Now, who thought chairs would be a problem? But chairs were a problem. They decided that they were going to get chairs from Justin Sienna, and they needed a group to move the chairs. Let's have the chairs at 4 in the afternoon. Can you be there at 4 in the afternoon to pick up chairs?
I can't know.
Couldn't get a crew together. All right, we have to have the chairs back because the truck has to be back. We have to have them back Sunday morning. Make a phone call, set it up, have it back. No, we canceled that. It's too early in the morning. The chairs became, by the time it was all said and done, we didn't even need the chairs because the room only ate. We spent days on chairs.
Then the certificates. Every nominee was supposed to get a certificate signed by Arun Gandhi. And I was to be in charge of those certificates. I went on the internet, found some really cool certificates, worked on them, get them all set up. And then I get told, oh, no, you're not going to do that. So the next week I go to a meeting. Oh, yeah, we're going to have you do the certificates. You're doing them, aren't you? I'm like, you told me no. And then they say, yeah, we want you to do them. And then 20 minutes later, oh, no, we're doing them here. See, we've got this logo and certificates. All of them.
Then we had the partitions. I remember getting a call one Friday afternoon saying, oh, Merlot Hall will be open this weekend. Why don't you go down, check it out, check out the partitions, and if it, see what you guys will be looking at on the day of the event. So I call our devs up. It's Sunday morning, and it's pouring down rain. So I come down. She's not home. I come down with my camera, take a picture of Merlot Hall with these white, big, huge, like cement partitions. I'm like, okay, I'll take pictures, present it to, we have a meeting, and I show them, okay, these are the partitions we're going to have.
What are we going to do with these things?
The day of the event, no
partitions.
New hall entirely.
Nothing. Well, actually, one of the main reasons we were going to have the partitions was to hang some beautiful artwork. Huge artwork that was going to be led to us by, I believe, some students throughout the Napa Valley district. And so we were really relying on those partitions to decorate the hall with and to hang this artwork. Well, the morning of the event, we're ready to hang our artwork in this empty hall, and they tell us that we don't have any artwork to hang. So we have to come up with some sort of other decoration. So that was a bit of a lesson.
One thing we had plenty of, every time we would have, is tables. Hundreds of tables stacked in the corner. And nobody knew what to do with them. They were very heavy. So we spent a good amount of time moving around hundreds of tables. It was very fun.
He did.
Oh, and then we go back to the hall. Remember when I got my phone call saying it was going to be in Merlot Hall? Well, I show up at Merlot Hall and it's locked, and it turns out it's in Riesling Hall. At the last minute that same day, they changed the hall lines.
They moved the,
Yeah.
all
Now,
the tables.
one of the most exciting things about this event for us was, you know, the guest speaker, for those of you who don't know, is going to be Arun Gandhi. Now, this is the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi, and we are very, very excited about this. And it was just, I mean, we put it in the press, we told every newspaper, we told the radio people, I mean, we told all the nominees who were very excited to come and hear Arun Gandhi speak. We knew it would be a big draw. And unfortunately, it didn't draw Arun Gandhi. So, speaker was a problem. To his credit, I should say, his wife was ill, and he could not make it. He stayed with her at the hospital, and he did send a very capable and wonderful speaker named Raj to speak in his behalf. But it was unexpected, and we had to roll with it.
Hold on, brief intermission.
Okay.
What we learned through all this to go ahead and share our success and share our lemons.
And we also learned to not assume.
Assigning tasks, we learned to share those tasks, and we were always on the phone to one another. Can you help me with this? Can you pick that up?
Supporting the team was really important. Every time something came along that was unexpected, part of leadership, you grab your teammates and you say, okay, we're going to make it through this anyway, and let's go for it and work with what we got.
And the fruit looks sweeter than it tastes. We were all overloaded with work.
So here's a brief presentation for those of you who couldn't make it, just to get a sense of what was involved in the reception and some of the fun and frivolity after the reception.
Very well done. Over in the main hall, what we're going to go over and have dinner on the wall
exception, I will ask for all honorees only to please stay here so we can give you some directions of how we will hand you pieces and introduce you to the group over at the end. We are going to put a video, Arun sent a video, and we'll play that to each of you. This is a special night. This is a special night for each of you, and a special night for all the people that are involved in putting it together. And we're all here for one reason, to advocate for peace. In the beginning, right now, to get us to
Remember this scene.
Those are the tables.
Hundreds of
We made
tables.
partitions out of the table.
Branches from the area.
I got a phone call at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Mind you, this is all going to happen at about 5, from Connie, who says, Mark, you have to come down here. This room is empty completely. All they had was these tables. And they did an amazing job in just a few hours.
and we can take the picture of the table.
This was our leftover artwork.
These are the students from the Napa Valley Language Academy. And these are students from Tennisville High School. They were awesome. Standing ovation.
Do we serve lemonade? I'm sure there was some there somewhere.
Well, and yeah, maybe we can pass out to all of you while we're getting the final part here.
These are the nominees, and
What we found out too, and how we want to end this, is talking about, we did have a lot of lemons, there were snags, but I think the snags is what pulled us even tighter together in pulling off our project. The community spirit of this, the lemonade we had was, one was DJ's Nursery. When we looked at the room, we decided to ask the ladders that they had left over in decorating the other hall, and we brought them in and we swagged them with material. I called DJ's and said, you don't know me, but I was at your place last Friday. Can I have some plants? They didn't even count. They just told us, take whatever you want from this area. And we filled Arvin's van with it and brought them in and placed them around the room.
put them on the ladders, and because these ladders were put up with swags and material. Lourdes wrapped it all around. They look really good.
Yeah.
They're just a plain old ladder, literally a ladder.
And a lot of the stuff that was just wonderful about this project was the community generosity and support. You got a lot of things donated.
Donations. I had never really asked for donations before, and to go out, and because we got everything was donated to us, and
Yeah,
like I said,
a lot of the
people
food.
were willing to help.
A lot of the food, a lot of the gift baskets that we gave to Arun Gandhi and the Speaker Raj, just all kinds of products from Napa Valley, wines and gifts. It was wonderful, the tremendous support.
And the creative solutions, as we already said, we just tried to make the best of what was given to us, and I feel that our group really was able to do that and rise to the occasion.
And the idea of someone just saying, sit the tables on end, put them to work, okay, you know, and it just, we had a woman that came in and said in 2 hours recreated what they'd been putting together for 2 weeks in the other hall. They couldn't believe that they'd stressed that long and watched us pull this off. It was just amazing how it all came together there.
Flexibility. We've been over backwards to put this together. I'll go on to communications. It was amazing. Thank goodness. Thank you. Thank goodness for email, faxes, phones. It's just that we had a stack of emails when we looked at the end. Somebody was very diligent in keeping track of all, and it was a complete record. It was fun in putting this presentation together to go back and start from day one and look at the emails and look at the progress as we proceeded through this whole event, and it was interesting to read all of that.
And lastly is our group. We work together, and you know, I'd like to toast you all.
Our group was awesome during this whole thing. Even at the end, in putting this together, we decided we'd give it to the church so next year they could do a web page out of what we created in this presentation for you. So yes,
So
to
here's
our
a toast
group.
to our group, community spirit.
When I felt like it was my responsibility that the first thing we put in energy into that fell through, I want to thank Arvin for communicating that we were not in this alone. None of us were single in this.
My toast is, I just want to thank our group as well for their commitment to keeping this together and staying on track. It's hard when you have family and children and husbands and wives and work and other commitments, you know, to actually make that commitment and stick through it. And for all the groups that have come here and presented tonight, and our group too, it wasn't easy, but we did it.
And I'd like to make a toast to each of the strengths that each of the members had, and the way that they added and contribute their strengths to our process and to making it come together.
And I want to make a toast to our group because for the last 8 months we've been working, we have been meeting like every week or I mean, it seemed like it was a long process, but in the end, it turned out to be a success to all of us.
And I want to toast our group, the way we handled our decision-making process and discussing our ideas. If all groups could get together and work as efficiently as we did, I think we'd get a lot more done this whole.
Cheers.